the world's first cyber brothel. It's full of life-size sex dolls, powered by AI interactions, and it's officially open for business. And business is good.
Wait, so some guy bought a bunch of those advanced sex dolls, and now you can go fuck them for a fee?
Oh, Wes, it's pretty in-depth.
Can I talk to a manager? I think I ripped one of Kokeshi's arms off.
Oh, I'm sure that happens all the time. Kokeshi, they probably got 15 Kokeshis.
Kokeshi's a real messy.
You bring your own super glue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1480 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/hardfactor to join us for trivia on June 28th. Today, we've got a lightning round coming out of Austin, Texas, an international moment in Berlin and China, killer truckers, updates on all things nuts, and much more.
Whoa, that's nuts.
Yeah. It's a lot of nuts, yeah.
It's a lot of nuts.
I eat
Got
too
a full
many
house
nuts.
today? Yeah.
Nuts really pack on the pounds for me.
Really?
You eat 1,000 of them?
I eat a lot of nuts.
What
You
kind
can't
of nuts?
stop.
A lot of cashews.
Yeah.
Cashews are probably they're one of the most delicious, for sure, but probably one of the worst ones.
Pistachios.
Yeah, I love those too.
Yeah. I eat a lot of nut butter. That'll get you in trouble, you know?
Like peanut butter?
Oh, yeah. Almond, whatever you got.
That's nut butter.
Hazelnut.
That's a nut butter.
Hazelnut butter. I never fucked with hazelnut
Nutella.
butter. See, I never fucked with Nutella.
You never fuck with Nutella?
No.
You
You never go
must.
fluff or nothing?
That'll really fuck you up with your diet. Nutella.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it will.
Yeah, it's just like
Isn't it just a chocolate
paste,
spread?
Yeah. Hazelnut chocolate.
Make a chocolate
spread.
sandwich.
I'm just gonna
It's
eat
an
a tin of.
Italian-
I'm gonna eat a tin of Nutella real quick.
It's an
Yeah.
Italian delicacy, man.
Is it Italian?
Yeah, it is. Kobe Bryant used to be like their spokesperson because he was raised in Italy.
Oh man, do you guys
They have
see that
great
guy
food.
that dressed up as Kobe Bryant's helicopter crash at some like Comic-Con event in Japan?
No, why would you do that?
It was bad. He dressed up as a helicopter, and then he was wearing like a Transformer style, and he was wearing like a Kobe jersey, and he had like the wings, and he was like, oh, and he just kept crashing like as a
No,
performance.
his
art.
daughter died in that
Is
crash.
he a Japanese guy?
Yeah, I think it was a Japanese
Whoa.
guy.
Tough.
They love
for
Kobe
Lakers.
over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
They love
that
Kobe
coach-
beef.
The
you do
UConn
kid the
coach
ones you
also,
love.
also turned the Lakers down. Tough day for the Lakers.
Yeah, Dan Hurley turned down the Lakers. UConn. All right, well, you guys want to get into the news?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. But Mark, we should get that Italian citizenship.
Yeah, Pat sent us something yesterday. It says
Pat
that
let us know.
if you have grandparents or great-grandparents, more importantly, that were Italian citizens born in Italy, then you can also become an Italian citizen through your great-grandparents, which sounds insane, but that means Will and I could become
I
Italian
might have a
citizens.
great grandpa over there. I don't know. I need to look into it.
Yeah. Yeah, grandma for me. So got it. You got it in the bag. No, it's gonna. No, I'm in.
Lots of Borgies over there. I'm covered if I can
Gotta find the
jump through the
paperwork.
hoops.
Tell you who's not doing it is Ireland. Not doing it. So
No.
Oh, why not?
I don't know. They don't need people.
Because they hate immigrants.
They hate them. Well, I mean,
Even
we
when
were
they're
talking about-
Irish. Even when they're Irish. Yeah.
We were talking about that story about how you could go and they'll
You're
give
new
you a
Irish,
house for
mate.
free if you update it and live in some small town in Italy.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
the beach. Yeah.
I clicked on that link I sent you guys, and then I started getting served all sorts of stories about like you can buy this house in Guyana for $14,000. You can buy this house in some weird South American country for this
Sure
amount,
can.
and then this African. People want to be living other places, dog, with that internet.
Yeah. But what if it's like one of those like indentured
Sardinia?
What about this? What if it's like an indentured servitude thing where like, you know, like how they get people to move there and then you just have to like, you're stuck there for like life.
You're talking about like trafficking. You're gonna have to suck dick to get out of it.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I think they just view you as like a bank account. You
You have to be a steward of
get the
wherever
free
you are.
house.
Yes,
right?
welcome. Here is your house. Here is this room that you'll suck dick in.
Yeah.
And the bathroom's over there.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You cannot live for 15 years.
Definitely check the fine print for the dick sucking. All right, I'm gonna get it going here.
Are you good? Maybe it could be 12 years.
Living on the edge of a lightning bolt, and I do not apologize for that.
All right, so Elon Musk recently announced his largest ambition for SpaceX and space exploration. Turns out Mars is small potatoes, just a stepping stone, and his main goal is to reach Uranus.
Ha. Yeah, bet it is. Da-da-ching.
Okay.
He said in a tweet, it's a stretch goal, but if we all relax and trust, him, he thinks he can get in there.
Yeah,
Stretch goal is pretty good.
Yeah. Uranus is a gas giant, as we all know, so he expects to get some gas on his rocket ship upon entry. You know what I mean?
I hate it. Good joke. It's an ice giant, though, Mark.
No, I Googled it. It's a gas giant.
Really?
Yeah.
Uranus. Yeah,
I was going to go with mud on it.
gaseous.
I was hoping it had some like rocky mud surface because I was going to get mud on his ship. But
Pat,
it's
I
a
think
gas
we were
giant.
thinking. I think we were thinking about it as one of the moons is like an ice moon. I think that like with the ocean under it, they're trying to get some shit out of that.
I could have sworn you get.
I know Uranus is a gas giant. Pat,
That's true. You get up to speed, and it's only an ice giant when I'm constipated. You get up to speed on your planets when you have a toddler. You revisit.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I think it's definitely cold out there.
Yeah,
it's
cold.
both. Once you get to
Certainly
the gas,
cold.
it's icy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like going into Canada when you're out that far in the solar system.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be a lot colder.
For sure.
Like Mercury, that's like you're in the Caribbean or something. It's as hot as it gets.
It's the further north you go, right?
You're in the Middle East, right? Yeah, and then
I think the hottest planet
further
is
you get
Venus,
away
though.
from the equator, I think it's like similar like the planets. Right?
Mercury, isn't it? Isn't Mercury closest to the sun?
I think
No,
Mercury's pretty
Venus
hot.
is the hottest planet. Though.
So equator places is like Mercury, and then you get like progressively further. Like we're probably like the USA is like what? I don't know. I've lost myself.
It's okay.
Like South
okay.
America. I don't know. This is
Pull
good
them out,
news.
Mark.
This is good news. The FDA voted 11-0 to approve the second ever Alzheimer's medicine to market. Eli Lilly's experimental Alzheimer's drug, donanemab, benefits patients with early stages of the disease, and it says that the benefits outweigh the risk, which is pretty important when you're going to market. Donanemab has been shown to be effective in slowing Alzheimer's progression by about a third, and Lilly claims it could be even more effective if people remembered to take it.
Yep. That's the toughest part. Toughest part of Alzheimer's medication is remember to take it. Hey, producer Eric clears it up. Uranus and Neptune are classified as ice giants. Pat was correct.
Ooh, well, Google that.
But then I just Googled after Mark said it, gas giants, and it says the four gas giants are Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, and Jupiter.
I think it's
both
both.
right.
I think it can be both.
It can be both.
Hey, Eric, stop trying to ruin the anal joke.
Well, gas giant is a giant planet composed of mainly hydrogen and helium, so hydrogen can freeze, right?
The explanation producer Eric found is most 80% of more of the planet's mass is made up of a hot, dense fluid.
Okay, it's still a
of
gas
icy
giant, and it works with the
materials,
anal joke. Get over it.
Water,
So
methane.
Depends how you Google.
Apparently, people are either taking too many of these pills a day and experiencing horrific side effects, or just not enough. I kid. 7 million people or more are affected by Alzheimer's, and it's definitely the largest disease with the least amount of treatment options. So this is great news, said someone with Alzheimer's for the 5th time today.
Right. So can it help people who are like super deep into Alzheimer's, or is it just one of those
Early onset. But
There's a debate in the Alzheimer's community because a lot of people who get Alzheimer's and go, like they're gone, a lot of times they're happier than they were before they had onset Alzheimer's.
Well, it's
but
commonly
it's also
referred to as the disease that
frustrating,
ruins
right?
families more than like the person
Yeah,
affected by it. Right?
they forget who you are.
It's more for the people around you.
Yeah.
Their mood may improve in general, but like they're also gonna like
It's the worst.
Piss in the front lawn.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it's like a lot of it's tough for everybody around the person
Yes.
whose mood may be improving.
We've
It's
all
the
had a
worst.
family member reintroduce themselves to you. That's tough.
Yeah. Look,
yeah.
if that was too much for you, just forget I said anything. 37-year-old Optimus Prime Blakely, this guy, Optimus Prime Blakely, was arrested in Austin, Texas in a stolen vehicle last week. He was arrested on Congress Avenue and charged with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and held on $8,000 bond.
Sweet nickname.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's his name. That's his Optimus is his first name. His middle name
Oh,
is
it's not
Prime.
a Kool-Aid. It's not a Kool-Aid
No.
McKinstry situation.
His legal name, his Government name is Optimus Prime, last name Blakely. But
I think maybe they should have called him Decepticon Blakely because Optimus was a good dude.
Yeah.
And stealing cars is bad.
Well, Pat,
more of a Decepticon for
he
sure.
was the oddly named thief was said to be on his way to the popular annual Magic convention, Decepticon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he just thought it was Bumblebee or something.
Well, his lawyer is arguing that Mr. Prime should be let go as he wasn't driving the car; it was an Autobot.
That's right.
Found it.
Come on.
No, I'm not stealing the car. I'm reuniting with a long lost friend.
Yeah, $8,000 bond seems low for a stolen vehicle. Also, what the hell is that about? Last one, in an almost unbelievable video that went viral this week, a seaplane crashed into a boat in the middle of Vancouver's Cole Harbor on Saturday afternoon. Here's the clip. Here comes the plane.
Oh, shit.
Boom!
Oh, damn.
That was a boat?
Just took out a boat, dude. Yeah,
And then the plane crashed afterwards, huh?
it was trying to take off.
Are,
Didn't
peop-
get.
are people okay? Because it was kind of low speed.
Yeah, it's crazy. The plane smashed into the boat on open and calm water, so not sure how, if they didn't see it. Some are saying the boat was in a restricted area that's just for planes taking off, but I couldn't
boat's
confirm
fault.
that. Yeah, some are saying it's the boat fault. Some are saying, it's the stupid blind pilot. Either way, there were 5 passengers and the pilot on the plane. They all escaped without injury. Well, sadly, the 2 on board the boat suffered serious injuries. Well, more than 2 people on the boat. Ooh. 2 of them suffered severe injuries and were hospitalized, but they're going to live. They were hit by that single-engine Havilland DHC-2 Beaver seaplane. And ironically, that is the exact scenario I've been saying I want to go. On a boat with a beaver taking my head off. Come on.
Right. Nice.
Like Famke Jensen in that Bond flick. She's got them thighs.
No, let it come. Yeah. The beaver.
You don't see that coming on a day of boating on the water. Like, okay, we got to make sure everyone got their life jackets. Yeah, we're not in a no-wake zone. And no seaplanes, right? No one sees any seaplanes about to buzz our tower.
Yeah, they said
That's
it's super. I couldn't confirm if it was like restricted space, but that part of the harbor is super crowded and it narrowly missed 2 speedboats as well. So something was going on that day.
You don't expect that, but also boating is when shit like crazy shit does happen, though. Like, I mean, just because you get into weird situations because it's a less controlled environment than a lot of other places, right? Like,
No,
it
yeah,
should
boating's
be
dangerous
chill,
as
but-
shit. It's dangerous as shit, boating.
it should
Boat
be
had
chill, but
way
some-
more maneuverability than the plane in that scenario.
Usually it's a good thing when a beaver
Right.
is on the boat. I've been
You see it coming down for you, you'd think you'd just like sort of, scoot over.
Turn the wheel.
Yeah.
The rudder.
Well, you turn the wheel.
Plane's coming
on
right for us,
on
huh?
the boat.
Do you think they were talking about it before him? I mean, I hope they're okay, but
I mean, you notice a fucking boat.
Dude,
You notice
see us?
a plane, right? You
Yeah,
notice a plane.
Here's a different
it's
angle. Look at this.
right in front of him.
Oh.
Dang it.
Terry Tate off his linebacker.
They're like, that house over there is $3 million. That's what you do on a boat sometimes. You just look
Well,
at
try
the houses.
6. It's Vancouver.
Yeah,
It's
that
one of the most
boat-
expensive
that house
places to
is-
live in the country.
Was sold in 1985 for $20 million.
That one's
Definitely
actually
a
a
lot of house
geodesic dome.
Yeah, but what do you do? Do you jump off the boat because you might get hurt even more? You just duck, right?
I mean, jumping off the boat would have been better than just staying on and staying in
If
its
you
path.
jumped far enough off
Yeah.
it, but if you jumped off the boat and got hit by the plane not on the boat, I think you would have gotten.
Well, sure, but if you jumped off like, a second or two before the plane
But
got
what
there,
if
you'd
they
be in the
steered
water.
as well at the last second into the path you jumped?
I think
You,
hit the
want to
deck.
move the boat. You want to
Yeah, I
move
think you hit the
boat.
deck. I think you just go face down.
Or you hope that your buddy who owns the boat is really rich and there's a cabin that you can dive into. But
You yell,
Right.
turn the wheel.
I mean, not only were they like trolling speed, they could have also had they just accelerated a little bit, they may not have been hit by the plane.
Yeah.
Like if they
Monday
just turned the
morning
propeller
seaman
up.
here, guys. You guys would have gotten killed too.
Well, sure, but I'm not saying I know how
I
to
would have
drive a
sped
boat
up and
well.
turned the wheel if I saw a plane coming.
Saying I have eyes and I could see how slow they're going, and they see a plane coming directly for them.
See it
they
again.
sped
No,
up
No,
a
he'll
little
take off
bit.
before he gets to us.
Right,
Yeah.
and instead it hits
So
him
that's what
right
they were
dead
saying.
on.
Yeah.
Good call, Wes. They're saying he's gonna get airborne. This is gonna be cool.
What if someone grabbed
You
onto
can go
the
right
plane,
over us.
like in an action movie?
It was like they were trying to plan it where they'd be
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
path.
Get your cameras ready. He's going to go right over us.
Well, this is gonna be special.
The little boy's playing a little prank on us.
This harbor's fun sometimes with these planes.
Yeah. No, they
Hope they're
got
okay.
creamed.
Yeah, hopefully they're okay.
They got creamed. Post that one on Facebook, Eric. That could go viral. I've the plane video. I've been seeing a ton of awesome restaurants on my Instagram feed, and it has made my culinary taste salivate. But that shit's expensive. Luckily, though, our sponsor, Cook Unity, has got me and you covered. Cook Unity is the first chef-to-you service delivering locally sourced meals from award-winning chefs right to your door every week, and it's cheaper than other delivery options. So every meal I've gotten from Cook Unity is fantastic. I've really liked the Italian and Indian meals I've gotten. You guys have any favorites?
Korean brisket tacos. Still eating them. Had them for lunch today. Delicious.
Hell yeah. Plus, it's pretty awesome to support local chefs and suppliers now, isn't it? No cooking required for a chef-quality dining experience right at home. Cook Unity works with some of the best chefs in the country to bring creative, delicious meals to you every week. Every meal is handcrafted by chefs and made in local micro kitchens, not large production facilities. Your food arrives fresh, never frozen, and packaging that keeps meals fresh in the fridge for up to 7 days.
That's why it's a great way to start. If you're stuck in a rut and feeling like a fat ass and you need a kickstart, get a week's worth of a meal plan.
And then it comes like every.
Yeah,
I think mine come every
week,
Tuesday, so
or
like
2 weeks, and you'll be right on track. It's good. It's a good kickstart for that.
It is. It's delicious. You will lose weight with it. You can pick as few as 4, as many as 16 meals per week. So, customize it. Hundreds of dishes to choose from. Menus updated constantly. They got options for vegans, paleo diet, pescatarian, gluten-free, and more. So, they got all that covered. Menus are posted every 2 weeks in advance, so you have plenty of time to choose. Experience chef-quality meals every week delivered right to your door. Go to cookunity.com/hardfactor or enter code hardfactor before checkout for 50% off your first week. That's 50% off your first week by using code hardfactor or going to cookunity.com/hardfactor.
Nice. It's good stuff. Let's talk about some truckers, guys. We are, of course, advocates of our country's long-haul truck drivers out there making America run. Like little methed out blood vessels coursing through the veins of America. Keep the heart pumping. The heart of America pumping. We appreciate that. We've got, Lombard Trucking we've had on the show. We've got many fans out there that are truckers. We love you. However, within that workforce of admirable young men and women, the FBI, specifically former FBI Assistant Director Frank Figliuzzi, says that there are hundreds of monsters hiding. There's a killer or killers on the road, as Jim Morrison would say. And Figliuzzi's new book titled Long Haul on the Hunting the Highway Serial Killers claims that amongst America's long-haul truckers, there are many, many, many serial killers. And the book's cover also says that in 2004, the FBI began investigating a hidden pattern of murders along U.S. roadways, and they have now linked 850 deaths to long-haul truck drivers, and the number is now well above 1,000, according to some law enforcement officials. So, yeah.
Yeah, but Figliuzzi sounds like a last name that gets tricked easily.
Yeah, well, he also wears a lot of makeup. Again, this is former...
Frank Figliuzzi.
Frank wears a lot of makeup. Fugazi. Yeah.
There's this teacher in Tennessee. I listened to his podcast. It was awesome. But he essentially, his seniors, he did a project where he was like, there are some murders that took place in the area of our school a while back. It was the Bible Belt Strangler and the Redheaded Killer. Mm-hmm. And he put it on the kids to help solve the case. And they solved one of the cases. Turned out to be a long-haul truck driver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then they got into it. It's pretty common. They're a deadly bunch.
Yeah,
they're a deadly bunch.
You got to be rough on the road.
64 ounces of soda and strangling.
Yeah.
I feel like
weapons too.
It's true. I feel like back in the day, it would be super easy for a truck driver to be a serial killer before all these pesky cameras and the internet. But like nowadays, like people know where you are on the road. They could be like his route was in the middle of every murder.
You'd think that, Mark, but that's how they solved this case was, this guy would predictably be on this route at this time.
They're harder to track than other people because they're constantly on the move.
Constantly on the move.
So, I mean, like, yes, relatively, like, there's more cameras and whatnot and more tracking, but you're still harder to track than other people just because you're always on the move in your truck.
Yeah. First, here's a few stats that the article points out to disparage America's hardworking truckers. There are 3 million truckers in America. The largest group is 45 to 54. 7% are 65 or older. Over 70% are white. 12% are black. Nearly 10% admit to drinking daily. 20% describes themselves as binge drinkers, and more than 25% admit to using amphetamines and cocaine to stay awake on long hauls. So, this is of course former Assistant Director FBI. Frank
That doesn't make them
work.
serial killers, though. Does this guy have a personal beef with truckers?
It sounds like Figliusi's wife shacked up with a trucker.
He did write a book about it, so sounds like it.
It haunts him. Yeah.
The article goes on to profile.
Figliusi heard like a pulling out of his. Came home and his wife.
Where's my computer? I must start researching.
Maybe his wife was a whore because they love killing whores. These serial killers, as you'll find out.
Well, that's the way they can still get away with it. Is like the people without families, the lot lizards that
exactly.
Then they can drive them a few miles off their route.
They kill a lot of whores.
Yeah.
So the article goes on to profile a few of America's most prolific trucker serial killers, like this guy, Bruce D. Mendenhall, who was apprehended in Nashville after 2 young women were separately found shot in the head, wrapped in plastic. And basically what they do, according to former Assistant FBI Director Frank Figliuzzi, is they turn their cabs, their sleeper cabs, into these like torture chambers, these killing chambers where they hide the women. They then take them, they rape them.
Rip farts.
They rape them for weeks, handcuffed back there. And DNA found in some bloody clothes in Bruce's matched another 5 murdered or missing women. So he went to jail for the 2 murders. They're still linking him to these other murders. And one of them was 300 miles away from where the first murders were. So he's just traveling, killing women. Former Assistant FBI Director Frank Figliuzzi says there are many more Bruces on America's highways. In fact, he says hundreds of these serial killing truckers are on the roads, and there's a task force called the Highway Serial Killer Task Force that started in 2004, and it's run by some woman now. But they say up to 500 truckers could be implicated in over 1,000 murders in the past 35 years.
Now, these guys must be owner-operators, right? Because it doesn't sound like they're hauling anything besides bodies.
You'd think so. I'd never heard of this guy, but he's apparently
they're still working, but they're just...
but not all the time. I mean, but they're the ones controlling like what they write in the back of their cab, because otherwise there's going to be some teeth found in the DVD.
Someone else is going to use the truck.
Well, usually these guys are assigned a truck, I think, is how it works, and they just, they'll take it home and then wait for their assignment. It's like a cop car.
I thought they were. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Wes.
No. What were you saying? You thought?
I was going to say. I mean, I knew that they were pancreas killers. I mean, look at this 100-ounce. We the People mug for 35.
Well, you
need a lot filled up 3 times a day.
You need a lot of ounces on the road. Yeah.
But I know they were people killers.
They're the people killers. Apparently, all of them. This guy is.
I knew they destroyed toilets.
This guy's really fucked up. This is Robert Ben Rhodes. He's one of the most prolific serial killers in history. He said he killed over 50 women, and his fetish was shaving their pubic hair. Most of his victims were prostitutes, but his last victim was a 14-year-old girl. And here's some really fucked up shit. Here's the last picture of her taken by Rhodes before he strangled her to death and left her in a farmhouse. As you can see, he shaved her hair, of which he contacted. So she ran away from home in Texas with her boyfriend. They hopped in Rhodes's truck. He shot her boyfriend in the head immediately and then took her along and just brutalized her for weeks before strangling her. Over 50 women, they say, this guy killed. I'd never heard of him. And a former Assistant FBI Director Frank Figliuzzi says that there are hundreds of these guys on the road. And here's another one. This guy, Delmas Colvin. He said that he's now 64. He was dubbed the Interstate Strangler, and he says he can't remember how
he kills victims.
Yeah, he strangled him.
Yeah, I mean, Colvin's not smart. The way you say his name, you definitely where he's from. He's like, oh man, he's dumb. He's dumb as Coleman.
Delmas Colvin.
Yeah.
Delmas. Yeah. He doesn't even remember how many women he killed. Over 52, he says.
Why over 52? That's a weird number.
He says he killed
one
between
for
47 and
state.
52.
Yeah, one for every state.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I mean, according to Frank Figliuzzi, probably the milk that I'm drinking was delivered by a serial killer. But that's also probably a good thing because
you're drinking Figliuzzi's Kool-Aid. You're just
they got
out every truck driver.
I think serial killers make the best delivery drivers because they got to get at it. They got to get out and get going. So they deliver the freshest product.
Can't be caught.
Yeah. They gotta kill and get out quickly.
Yeah, stay on the move.
Yeah, stay on the move. So they're the
the
best
guy who
truckers
puts
out
on
there.
that intricate BDSM outfit and plays with his victims seems like he might be slowing down his deliveries a little bit.
Well, he's in jail now, so he's really slowing them down.
Yeah, good.
but-
I mean, a lot of these. I mean, I'm glad these serial killers seem like bad dudes. Wes.
So next time you're driving by a cab or one of these guys, this is like a serial killer's wet dream. This kind of cab, you can fit like 20 prostitutes in the back of that thing.
Damn, you could have a party in that thing. That looks like the trailer Will Smith demands on sets with a basketball court in it. Like that thing is huge.
Pretty nice. And also one last tidbit. Former assistant FBI director Frank Figliuzzi says that I-40 is the most dangerous road for trucker serial killers. They noticed a very strong pattern along I-40, which goes from North Carolina to California, of where a lot of women disappear.
I can see that road is definitely a little rough.
A little south. You go through some Tennessee, Arkansas, New Mexico, Arizona. Yeah.
Okay, Figliuzzi. Shout out Ella, live comment. She's watching from Ghana. Right?
Hell yeah.
Nice, thanks, Ella.
That's awesome.
Yeah, fun facts about Ghana. The first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence from colonial rule. So shout out Ghana. Good for you.
Shout out Ghana.
Cool.
Good for you. Guys, let's talk about nuts. What do you say? All right, this first story is a little bit old. We got a bunch of nut stories coming, but you might not have heard about it. But we've talked on this show quite a bit about idiots who sue food companies for ingredient situations, right? You guys haven't talked about the lady who's suing Cold Stone for not having pistachios in their ice cream?
No, but Cold Stone, it looks fucked up. Like they've got some weird shit in their ice cream.
Pistachio flavoring. If you consider that weird shit, then they are chock full of weird shit. Will
they don't have anything besides that?
I haven't
other
checked.
Funny ingredients.
I mean, I'm sure there's other funny ingredients. It's Cold Stone, or you could have them crushed in. Okay, that's Cold Stone's whole thing.
They're manhandling your shit all over the fucking table.
Aren't they mashing that shit?
They were using those two cold drywall putty knives, man.
Yeah.
I just noticed there's one of those up the street from me. I didn't notice it before yesterday.
You never been to a Cold Stone, Wes?
No, I've been to one. I just didn't notice that I had one within 5 minutes of me.
You also have like a pastry place like within baseball throwing distance.
Oh, I have multiple pastry places.
I've never understood what makes ice cream better by being mashed up by somebody. Like
it's a gimmick, Will. Like Christianity,
Japanese like hibachi grill.
Right.
Okay, it's like watch. I can say whatever I want to this Christian, and they're going to say my pleasure. That's why you go, and the chicken's pretty good too, right?
I used to Cold Stone my ice cream as a child. I would wait till it kind of melted a little bit and then smush it.
Throw a little milk in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you ever get the two tools out and really start because they'll be like slapping
this is a one spooner
them together like a hibachi place?
I mean, I don't mind going to those places, but it's just what's the point? I've never understood okay, you've smashed my ice cream around. I could. This is
Well,
they were the
one where they
first
built
chain
it on the super. Does Cold Stone do the super cold slab where they make it from? Like that's what. Yeah, it's like that.
No,
the Cold Stone.
What they do is they slow down the fucking line.
Cold Stone.
Have you ever been to one of those things at like an office?
One time.
And it's like that scene in The Office with the pretzels. It takes like fucking 10 hours because they can only the table's not that fucking big.
Dude, there was one in Rutherford called Roll Tide, and somehow it was like a Thai Alabama football themed ice cream shop. But Mark's right. You go in there one time and they pour like fucking liquid cream and milk on this thing, and it's like a cold. Like it's like a grill, but cold.
It's 5 minutes per person. So if there's 10 people in line, it's 50 minutes.
And there's a long line.
Videos of it. It doesn't make much sense. Yeah.
Anyway, point is, guys,
whatever happened to just scooping it out of the container and then putting it on like a hot brownie.
Well, they do the same thing at Dairy Queen. It's called a blizzard, and it takes about 30 seconds.
Well, yeah, because they use Taylor ice cream machines for that. This is different, okay? This is done by hand. Cold Stone Creamery, okay? It's bespoke, okay? It's
cool.
Anyway, a woman in New York is suing Cold Stone.
Artisanal ice cream cups.
100, exactly. And look, it was a phenomenon when it came out. I feel like Cold Stone dropped in like 04 probably was when it started like really taking the country over. And it was a big deal. I mean, all we had before that was Baskin Robbins. And that gives you food poisoning and diarrhea. But a federal judge in New York has given the go-ahead for a Long Island woman's class action lawsuit that claims customers are being duped like Cold Stone Creamery.
No way.
Yep, because The pistachio ain't got no pistachios in it.
I thought it's because the show was stupid.
Like they don't even crush in pistachios on the slab.
No, it's too expensive. They got the pistachio seasoning.
They can
Right,
crush
that would
in
be one
other
of the
nuts.
things. That would be like the visual effect, right, Wes? Like you're trying to make a show out of it.
Could you imagine some asshole
crushing the real
stones
pistachio
with like a list from work? He's like, I got 8 cold stones. One person, I'd fucking kill that guy.
Well, dude,
This
that's a
is
great
just
point,
like-
Mark.
yeah.
If you're going to Cold Stone, you don't ask
get
what
them.
anyone fucking wants, because like if you're going to Cold Stone and they give you their full order, if you allow them to give you their full crush-in order, you're a fucking idiot, and you never should have gone in the first
Never
place.
tell them you're going in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just come back with what you would have liked second best.
I'm bringing back 7 pistachios.
Anyway,
dicks.
look, you can't get pistachios crushed in. You can get walnuts crushed in or cashews crushed in, maybe pecans. But the point is, the pistachio ice cream itself doesn't have actual pistachios in it. Okay? An idiot with way too much time on her hands, Jenna Marie Duncan. I mean, seriously, how much fucking time on your hands do you have? Because she went to a Cold Stone, got the pistachio ice cream, was eating it, was like, I don't know. Went home, looked at the website of Cold Stone, saw the pistachios aren't even in that situation. Then went to an attorney, okay, filed a fucking lawsuit, and went to a federal judge for false advertising. And she said she would have gotten something else had she known. Okay, here's how the court case should end. Here's your $750 back, Jenna Marie.
Yeah. Did she get her $10?
No, she filed a fucking lawsuit. I need to check the rape backlog situation in New York State. But Jesus Christ, what an idiot.
Well,
What's she suing for? How many pistachios lifetime has she gotten?
Dude, it's going to be a class action lawsuit. If you have eaten pistachio ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery in the last 5 years, you might be entitled to a check
you have
of
the receipt.
$750. Yeah.
what if you've just wasted your time standing in line for the stupid fucking show that happens with every order?
Yeah.
It's like when people make guacamole tableside. It's like, come on.
I
man.
agree. There's
We
nothing
don't
that
need
pisses
this.
me off worse than going into any coffee shop
I like
and
guacamole
someone
tables.
not like mostly young girls and young women who treat Starbucks like their fucking dessert. Nothing pisses me off worse, because coffee is something people need to get through the day. So fucking figure your order out quick, and if you want a dessert, go to Cold Stone Creamery, but don't do it at fucking Starbucks.
And
It's
Pat,
so
people
goddamn
do,
annoying.
Pat, people do that at Starbucks too with the office order.
It's
Hey,
so
I need-
annoying.
I need 13 of these specialty coffees, and you're like, I just want a black coffee.
Black coffee with ice because I'm a man.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. What an idiot. Guys, a fire at a bulk nut storage facility in Northern California on Sunday resulted in a loss of 2 million pounds of nuts. That's crazy. Experts are saying it would take every man in America giving a sperm sample 2 times to replace the amount of nuts that were lost in this blaze.
That's a lot of nuts.
It's roughly the math, honestly. Speaking of sperm, guys, as
Did they
part of
turn into
national...
chestnuts?
No, it was actual nuts. Must have smelled delicious. Yeah. Speaking of sperm, guys, as National Men's Health Month is upon us, an Austin doctor is calling attention to a 2022 study citing the drop in men's sperm. I believe we've talked about it on the show before, okay? Sperm counts have dropped between 1971 and 2018, roughly 50%. And the doc says the 2 biggest factors are smoking weed and injecting testosterone solely, which to me, I'm like, okay, I started injecting testosterone when I had no need for sperm, which is why I needed to inject testosterone.
Right.
Yeah,
Feel me?
No, exactly. That's exactly it, Pat. You start the tea after you're done, and my boys were able to swim through copious amounts of marijuana, so it can be done. It
can be done.
It can be done.
Just keep nutting.
Just keep nutting. You ever tried to clean your own sperm up? We're going to be fine. Guys, 40. All right,
get
let's
there.
move on real quick to a new study that found that 40 semen samples from healthy men that were tested, okay, going under premarital health assessments in Jian, China, all had microplastics in them.
Yeah, I mean we're
That's
all
right.
just chock full. Everything is microplastic now.
Yeah, you're shooting microplastics up there.
Yeah,
It's like getting rhino blasted as a truck bed inside a vagina these days with the amount of microplastics.
One
that
day
baby
your nuts are just going to be
Duraliner.
balls of microplastic. Like
Baby
it'll
comes
just
out
be-
shiny.
Yeah.
Like a fucked up superhero shooting plastics out of your cock.
Do you think we're gonna get? Yeah. Do you think we'll get like plastic shields on our skin? Like we'll evolve to like use it. Like we'll get some cool plastic shit.
Yo, watch
You
out,
like
he's got a nut.
You
It's
get
sharp.
shin guards like naturally on your legs. Something like that.
Oh, that's a lot of nut that burned in that in that fire. All right. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's the update on nuts
A lot of
these
nuts.
days.
Nice. Wow. A lot of nut news this week. Actually, we're going to keep it rolling with the nut news in the international moment, taking it over to Berlin, Germany for the first one. The world's first cyber brothel called Cybrothel without the E in cyber. So
Smart.
CYBR brothel, all one word. It's full of life-size sex dolls powered by AI interactions, and it's officially open for business. And business is good, apparently, according to the owner. So, you got to take it with a grain of salt. It's the owner saying it. But
Wait, so some guy bought a bunch of those advanced sex dolls, and now you can go fuck them for a fee?
Oh, Wes, it's pretty in-depth. I'm going to explain right now. While the sex dolls aren't, and it's in Berlin, Germany, while the sex dolls aren't animated themselves, okay, what happens is the clients of Cybrothel use VR headsets, okay? You put on a VR headset to watch 4D porn in the headset featuring their sex robot while they use it. And in that 4D porn, they look much more real. So, like, this is... Kokeshi, one of the doll models or whatever, and then this is the doll next to the AI that you'd be like seeing in the headset and talking to.
This is
but
what we
she's
were
not
hoping
there.
would happen.
Yeah, no, the doll's in the room with you physically. The model is what you're talking to. It's the AI that's like responding to you, and you're watching the 4D porn of it.
You're still fucking the mouth of a doll, but you
Correct.
think it's yeah.
Can I talk to a manager?
Correct.
I think I ripped one of Kokeshi's arms off.
Oh, I'm sure that happens all the time. Kokeshi, they probably got 15 Kokeshis.
Kokeshi's a real messy.
It
Bring
gets
your
rough.
own super glue. You would not want to be a mope at this place, man. No. Like the low man, the cleaning guy,
Or a mop.
Yeah, no.
or a mop. You wouldn't want to be a mope with a mop.
No. You
Get
don't
into your
wanna-
mope.
The load cleaner at this
Who's
place.
the mope this week?
How many times have they changed over their cleaning contract?
Low man.
It's had to have been like 4 times. They've only been open, this year. So
Let me train you. You just clean up the semen.
Then you can fuck the dolls all you want.
Gotta get in there now.
you could use the spares. Yeah.
Use the brush I gave you.
It's actually pretty in depth. You can even sext with your favorite AI courtesan while you're not at the brothel.
I'll
And
let her
the
know you're coming over.
Yeah, and the AI engine will actually generate the porn you want to see in the sex. And they have all types of options. They've got like a horse head option. They have a Mass Effect character,
Jesus.
vampires.
A horse head?
Yeah, they've got.
What do you mean a horse head?
cross-dressers.
Look at the top left.
top
Like
left.
the
That's a horse
mask?
head. Yeah. It's
No,
a
like an
horse
actual
head.
AI head. It's
Yeah.
It's a lady with the horse.
Like you're
Horse
fucking
head.
a pony.
A horse's
Right.
head. Yeah. Yep. That's it. You got it. And then there's like the basic Angie
I
bot.
don't know, her butt's
80
kind of small for a horse. The head's there and everything, but
Oh my god! You gotta be
Yeah,
a real
no, it's
freak.
got something for everybody. 80 starting at 89 euros an hour. The deals honestly are pretty
not bad.
pretty reasonable. And you get the sexting for free, all kinds of options off hour.
80
Cyber
an hour.
brothel.
How long are you going to last with the horse head?
Oh, I mean,
That
the guys
guy's
that
popping
want it,
early.
the guys that want it aren't going to last a couple seconds.
No, that's what I'm saying. They should rip by the minute.
I mean, it's like finding the Holy Grail.
oh, she's bucking, she's neighing.
How was the horse head?
I'm thinking about trying out the horse head.
Yeah, okay. How was it?
Is it worth it?
You won't last 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, guys that are wanting that. That's Wagons East, great movie. Lots of bestiality jokes in there.
But this is a place you have to drive to and then walk through the door,
Yeah.
and you can't.
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
Is this cash
Wes-
only? Will?
Wes, they probably like stagger the appointments so that nobody actually has to interact with anybody because you just book it online. Owner
It's
Matthias,
like a therapist's office.
yeah,
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
pass therapist patients all the time in the therapist's office.
but you're not waiting. Like you just pick up the doll and go to the room. It's not going to be like a therapist's office. You're waiting.
Well,
you're
Wes, you're
fucked up
probably
too.
wearing a
Unused.
trench coat, a hat, sunglasses, and maybe a fake mustache.
Right. Yeah, of course you're going to
a
have
look of shame on your
Take an
face. It says,
Uber.
don't make eye contact.
right. So
Drop
the
me
owner.
off 3 blocks over there.
Cybrothel owner Matthias Smetana says, this is what he looks like, by the way. And he says this, that he's on the quest to upgrade the dolls to respond to touch and speak in real time. And apparently he says, Wes, this is answering your question, that there's a lot less stigma for the customers than he initially feared, since there's literally no humans involved in the process. It's just you and your favorite sex, bot in the brothel.
No shame at all.
Probably stagger the check-ins to try to make it so that nobody has to see any other humans, in the entire process. So it's official. Earth now has robot brothels as of 2024.
I'd like the horse head.
Yeah.
No.
that one's tough.
But this is tough if you roll in there.
You program
if you
the
roll in
horse
there,
head
you have
for
a
me.
3:00 appointment, and they're like,
isn't
"Yeah,
the
she's
horse
not
head.
ready yet." You know that she's getting cleaned out. So that kind of kills your boner a little bit, right?
It
Like,
does.
I think if you're a man of
they're putting her in the
distinguished-
fridge real quick to make sure she's not so hot.
Hey, this is a woman, not a horse head. Can I get a tech in here?
Does it change like mid-session or?
If you're a man of distinguished taste at this place, you're going for the all-nighter, which guarantees that your doll is fresh, and then you get 15 straight hours of uninterrupted time with the doll.
Can you give me a horse head too?
Yeah, that's as low as 200 euros a night, by the way.
I don't see a saddle in here.
Can you put a big pile of shit in the corner?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have all kinds of.
All right, make her shit.
You can get add-ons. You can get like fake jizz. You can get all the.
I'm gonna need a shovel in here.
You could probably get fake shit. You can get anything you want. It's like going fishing. You
Some
can get
flies.
lures. Yeah, you can order. It's like a charter
flies.
fishing trip. Yeah.
Can you get my a hologram of my mother-in-law in here?
So the owners, this is his quote. He says, "If you are here, the only person who can judge you is yourself, but also
Which you
anybody
will
that
be
tell
doing.
that you went to Cyber
Right after you
or saw
leave.
you go in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's clear
That's
that
Is that
they
what
could
you
be
want to
judged.
say to these guys? Judge yourself.
Right, that's you exit through a hall of mirrors. Let's take a good look at yourself, bud.
All right. Finally, over to the Yuntai Mountain waterfall in China. And I really thought Asia was going to be first to the robot brothel. Surprised it's Berlin, but
Yeah.
I think they have them. They just have it. They don't make them public. Well,
right. They probably had it for years and we just don't know about it. Yeah. But China is actually in the international headlines for something else. Last week and this week, a hiker at the Yuntai Mountain waterfall last week posted a video from the very top of the falls. He visited, as millions of others do every year, to see the immense waterfall. It's China's tallest waterfall. He loved it so much he decided to hike to the very tippy top of it, only to find out what he ended up recording and posting, to this viral video.
千辛万苦跑到云台天赋源头，却看见一个水管这件事情。因为我千辛万苦跑到云台天赋源
Giant
头，
pipe
却
shooting
看
out
见一个
most of
水
the
管
water.
这件事情。
Yeah. Turns out the waterfall originates from a giant metal plumbing pipe that was drilled into the rock face by the Chinese government, probably. And I don't speak Mandarin, but I'm pretty sure he was saying it's a fucking pipe. The waterfall is fake because it turns out that, it's pretty much totally fake. At least during any dry
he's
season.
been killed, right?
No. China's had to own up to it. So the video is from a user named Farisov. I'm not sure exactly where he posted it. And the caption was the one about how I went through all the hardship to the source of the Yuntai waterfall only to see a pipe. And the park makes $90 million a year from about 7 million tourists per year, like Farisov, who want to go there and see the beautiful falls. So their explanation is that they have to make sure that the water is flowing down the falls, even when it's not naturally flowing, like probably all summer, so that tourists can get the pictures that they came for. But it also means that it's basically a fake waterfall for most of the year.
Oh, you don't like pipe, huh? As they waterboard him.
Yeah. You want water or no water?
He's not in the clear. He's not in the clear.
He's so dead soon.
But Mark, that he could be safe.
Is this pipe?
Yeah.
No picture, no picture.
He could be safe because even the Chinese state media outlets like the South China Post are coming out and admitting that the waterfall is quote unquote partially man-made.
Well, I'm
Is
glad
the
they
label
admitted
that
it, but
they're
he's
putting
still dead. I don't really have a problem with it because I want to see that waterfall all year round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they
If
just
I
make
go
it
when
better
it's
with
dry,
the
I'm
pipe?
pissed.
Yeah.
You know?
on. Well, yeah, but it's still fake. It's like people think it's like a wonder of the world and they go there and find out
the
it's fake.
pipe doesn't create the water source, though.
It's really the Chinese who are more upset about it because they've been told their whole life this is the #1 waterfall in the world, and then they found out that it's made
Number one best, like Horsehead.
Yeah. So nobody else is really pissed about it. It's still beautiful to everybody else, but the Chinese aren't.
The horse head of fountains.
Top.
It also makes you wonder about that launch off the moon they posted last
What's
week.
delayed on the horse head? Because I have changed my mind now that I know that's here.
One of you guys? It sounds like one of y'all is going to get the horse head.
Sir, you can't just
Should we
jump
go to
in there with
Berlin?
the horse, okay? You got to earn your way up to it. Can I see your punch card?
Gotta let her trust you. Gain trust.
You got to break her.
Oh, it is my birthday. I guess I'll go horse head.
She's wild.
All right, y'all. Thank you for listening. Patreon.com/hardfactor if you need more Hard Factor, up to 3 weekly bonus podcasts. But most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day.
See you later, yeah.